Good morning. I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but good morning, guys. How y'all doing? I think those are pheasants. Or quail, one of the two. I don't think they're pheasants, I think they're quail. But anyway, good morning, guys. How y'all doing today? My name is Jared. Thank you for coming on another adventure here at Turkey Ridge. Sun's out this morning and we're at a field here. This is my grandpa's field. It's kind of difficult to see, but the shooting house is way down there. I can't tell if y'all are fogged up or if it's just my screen. Let me take a look real quick. Hopefully y'all aren't fogged up too much and y'all could see what's going on here. Okay, there we go. Maybe that's a little bit better for you guys. At least I hope that is. But anyway, yeah, like I said, we're in my grandpa's field. This is something that we did last trip we were up here. If you notice, we pushed a lot of brush and stuff along this side of the field. We cleaned up around these couple trees that we got right here. And let me kind of walk over here and give y'all a little bit of a perspective. So this is the main trail for this section of the property right here, and we come down and it goes further into the property. Well, you actually see the shooting house from this point, right about there-ish. I think you should be able to see it. It blends in very well with the trees. But anyway, we wanted to find a place to be able to hunt this location during bow season. Well, at least I wanted to. So about 2-3 years ago, I wound up putting this stand in this tree right here. Can y'all see that? Y'all should be able to see that, huh? In this tree, there's a tree stand. Well, all this brush and stuff was all pushed in front of it. It gave a lot of camouflage and stuff. But if you notice, there's a good section until we get to the road. Then there's the road. Then a little section before the field actually starts. So what we decided to do last trip we were up here, push a lot of this stuff away, especially now that we got this Genesis no-till drill. We're gonna be able to plant sections on both sides of this road right here and drill right through this stuff now that we pushed all of this brush and debris and stuff away. And we're gonna be able to make this field bigger. We'll be able to hunt this bow stand a little bit more effectively. And y'all are probably wondering, golly, look at this field, huh? Yeah, we are too. This field is one of the taller fields that we have. This is pretty crazy, actually, how thick some of this is. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain a little bit. So whenever we planted our summer blend, in fact, I could turn around this way so y'all could probably see the field behind me here. Whenever we planted our summer blend, we had a pre-mixed blend the first round, because I don't know if y'all, some of y'all might go back and remember that we planted twice. So about a month apart, because the first round of planting didn't grow at all, and I was concerned that they germinated and died and we wouldn't have a summer crop, or second, that it was just that the seeds went bad because it was so hot and dry that the seeds never did germinate. So that's the two reasons why I planted twice. Okay, this field is one of the fields that I planted twice. So the product of it being so thick is probably because I planted twice. But the reason why they're so tall is because the second round of planting, I only had a couple sacks of seeds. I only had like 2, maybe 3 sacks of seeds. And then I had an extra sack that somebody gave to us that was a couple different types of milo or sorghum. So I knew that the blend that we were planting first had sorghum, milo, whichever you would like to call it, in the mix already. So I figured just putting this extra bag and mixing it in with all the rest isn't going to be that bad. Well, as you could tell, it grew. It really grew. And I think the really tall stuff in some of these fields that we have that I planted twice is that extra bag of milo, different varieties of milo that just grew like crazy. They look a lot like corn plants. I got a couple comments saying that they do look a lot like corn stalks, which they do. It's a very similar type of plant, but we can walk through and there is not a single area that has a corn stalk. All of these are milo plants. You can see that all of these plants are starting to make seed heads on top, and those seed heads are the milo itself. Over time they should ripen. They all look a little green to me. In fact, look, I can come a little bit closer right here, and this is starting to change colors. You can see that this seed head right here is starting to change colors. So that means that that seed head is starting to ripen. They're not green anymore. When they're green, they're full of moisture. We want them to start to turn brown and to ripen. But if we look a little bit closer into the field, there is a lot of wild grass that is growing. There is a lot of peas that is growing. I'm looking for soybeans, but I don't see as many soybeans, but the peas are very thick in here too. So the variety of plants that are in here are pretty good. I do see the stuff that we planted, but the milo is just so tall and thick in this field. It is incredible, guys. So we're gonna have a little bit of a challenge when it comes to plant for fall. We're gonna have to see what we're gonna do for some of these really tall and thick fields. But yeah, let's go around the property a little bit more and see what else we can find ourselves, okay? Man, this looks awesome. I'm really excited about this field. Okay, hey guys, we're back at another field here. This is the power line field. I'm standing right in the middle of the power line. Y'all should be able to see the power line. It's a little foggy hazy this morning, but this field is another one of those tall fields. I replanted this one as well. So this is 2 plants on this field about a month apart, like I just explained on the last field. And everybody's riding around on the property today, but I got a camera right up on that tree, and this is kind of the shortest area of the field. So I wanted to see if anything was coming around on, you know, this field, coming eat anything, or if anything was just in the area. It said it had about 27 videos. I got that one camera on video mode, so if there's anything cool, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all right now. But this field, more than anything, has peas growing crazy. The peas are vining up the sorghum stalks, and they are making so many leaves and just growing all over the place in here. I'm looking closely right now to try to see if I see any like pods being made or flowers, but I don't really see that as of yet right now. But this field looks pretty good. It's not that thick. I don't see as much wild grass that's growing as in some of the other fields that we got to. So it looks like just for this field that our summer blend crop here actually suppressed a lot of the weeds that we don't want growing. So this field so far, I would say, is the best success that we've had so far. And right here, there's a lot of browse pressure that you could see on some of these pea plants. So I do know that there's stuff in here. I do know that there are things eating it. It's just pretty thick. And we got our bow stand right here. So I do know this is gonna be a pretty good hunting spot come in the fall. And then we got all of this section back here that we pushed with the tractor that we will be terminating and spraying with Roundup and killing all this stuff, and then this will make the field that much bigger and better too. So what we're gonna do whenever we plant for the fall is we're gonna use the drill on this power line section right here that is planted, but in and amongst all these trees right here, it's just gonna be way too difficult for me to go through all this with the drill and the tractor at the same time. So we're gonna broadcast this area right here. And this is gonna be a pretty good comparison as to the difference with the drill and the broadcast of the same blend for fall. So I look forward to seeing the results of that. But right now I am tangled in a pea vine right now. Let's go check out another field, guys. Hey guys, I'm back at one more field here. This is going to be the last field for this video because I know I talked a lot on the last fields. But anyway, this is going to be one of 2 clover fields that we have on the property. So we're still on the power line. The field that we was just at is way over there. I'd say about probably 400 yards, give or take or so. Maybe a little bit further than that. that's where the other power line field is that I was just at talking to y'all. But this clover field right here is was kind of an experiment. This is a fairly new field. This is only the second year that we've planted this area. Normally we just let this kind of grow up and we didn't really worry about this section of the property. But we know that we needed more food, and we know that we wanted to have more food plots for deer. So we decided to try clover in this section. The clover looks pretty good. We planted a mixture of 3 different clovers. White clover, crimson clover, and I think arrowleaf clover were the 3 that we kind of blended in together. This was also another one of those examples that we planted twice, because the first planting, the first seeding, if you want to call it that, we just broadcasted this field. The seeds didn't take right away, so we just threw a couple more. And I think what really took off was the white clover. It's hard to see because there's no white flower heads on top right now. I don't really think it's that time of year, but they got a couple. Like, look, here's one right here. But what I want to show in this field is that the clover did a very, very good job of suppressing all of the other grass and weeds and other stuff that normally grows in this area. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a few, and we did spray this field to prevent all the other grass and stuff from growing about, let's see, I think it was around March, January, February, March. I think it was around March when I came through here and sprayed for grass and stuff. So let me show y'all right here underneath the feeder where there is a bunch of grass and stuff growing. Right here where the feeder is, the deer kind of trampled this area. The deer ate the clovers very heavily, and so the clover didn't grow and didn't establish right here under the feeder. And so a lot of natural grass and a lot of other stuff, weeds and stuff, grew here. But throughout the whole rest of the field, the clovers are growing and is keeping all the other grass suppressed and at bay. So this is a pretty good little experiment that we had going on here. We like the outcome of it. We can see browse pressure. It's kind of hard to tell, but if we go down here, we could see where deer are eating some of this clover. We are in the middle of August right now, so this isn't the peak best time for clover, but still it looks pretty good. So that'll about wrap it up for this video, guys. I kind of talked a lot on these fields and what we're doing. Stay tuned for the next couple videos, because we do have a couple projects that we want to go do on the property for the rest of the day. And so let's go ahead and go take care of those. I'll see y'all in the next video. My name is Jared. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope you guys have an amazing day.